Kevin Durant and James Harden had a rocky relationship when the two were teammates with the Brooklyn Nets. According to ESPN, one of the main reasons was Harden's conditioning. During James Harden's last days with the Houston Rockets, much was made of his weight and less than ideal physique while looking to be traded. That offseason before joining the Rockets at training camp, James Harden partied hard, especially during a pandemic. But he got his wish and was eventually traded to the Nets in a blockbuster trade to join Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn in January of 2021. However, after a disappointing loss to the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference playoffs, Durant was surprised at just how bad James Harden had let himself go at the start of training camp for the 2021-2022 season. Look, it's no secret. James Harden loves to party, loves to eat, and simply loves late nights. What else would Kevin Durant expect? Durant was understanding, though, of Harden's situation in Houston, but expected James Harden to arrive at training camp in Brooklyn in shape to compete for an NBA title. He was shocked at how sluggish Harden was and how he lacked explosion at the start of the season. Harden didn't care for Durant's take on his conditioning and viewed it as self-righteous. That's the difference between a champion or someone who's won a championship and someone who has failed in the playoffs. Kevin Durant won multiple championships with the Golden State Warriors. As for James Harden, he always disappointed in Houston. He knows what it takes to win. Kevin Durant is right. James Harden has had hamstring issues also that kept him off the court in January and February, hurting a team that was already without Kevin Durant because of a knee injury. Kyrie Irving was also not playing in home games at the time because of his COVID-19 vaccination status. The All-Star eventually found his footing, but consistency remained an issue, and he averaged just 22 points per game during his 44 matches in Brooklyn this season. There was a far cry from the player who won 3 straight scoring titles with the Houston Rockets averaging over 33 points per game from 2017 to 2020. The two never resolved their issues despite mediation attempts from head coach Steve Nash, teammates, and other staff members. Harden was traded again to the 76ers in another blockbuster trade just a year after the deal was done to send him to the Nets. During his time in Brooklyn, James Harden ended up only playing 80 regular season games with the Nets plus 9 in the playoffs. Brooklyn didn't even pass the second round with James Harden.